A discussion at Isuzu forum resulted in me buying this rear diff lock actuator protection from GM Fabrications, who are just in Bathurst, for my 2021 Dmax. In my opinion, this is a small design flaw by Isuzu, exposing the fragile components of the rear diff lock electrical. They place these components on the front side of the rear diff housing, meaning that you're driving these components into rocks and logs, pretty much guaranteeing to break the rear diff lock electrical system in harsh off-roading. Several people have already posted about doing just this. There's another provider of a similar bracket, being Ironclad Engineering. Ironclad's bracket is $80 and GMF is $100, with the GMF offering an extension to cover the cables over the top of the diff as well for another $60. I purchased and fitted the GMF bracket because it's superior of the two when you look at them. The GMF one provides complete protection of all the components, and the Ironclad one doesn't. The extra top cover is, negligible. I bought it, I fitted it, and it covers the top wiring over the diff, but then you still have that same wiring that wraps around itself and isn't covered beside the plate. I have no affiliation with either of these companies. Video showed me how. Did a good video on using the Ironclad protector and installing it. Yet, if you look at that bracket when installed, there is no protection for the actuator from sticks and debris coming up at the base of the protector plate. Debris can still enter the housing, the actual protector housing, and damage the actuator and diff lock connections. If you don't go off-road but want to protect it from stone damage, then the Ironclad protector may achieve that at $20 less. If you go off-road, then use the GMF one, as it fully wraps the base to provide complete protection for the rear diff lock electrical. I highlighted this to VSMH on their website, on their video, as a comment, but it seems their affiliation to Ironclad warrants the deletion of that information. So they're not interested in providing information on the two providers out there, even though the Ironclad one is pretty inferior compared to the GMF one. Go figure. Either bracket is similar in fitting. You undo one nut, one bolt, you insert the bracket, you do the bolt and the nut up again. The bolts on the diff are done to 73 Newton meters and the nut is 63 Newton meters. Look, I got good instructions with the GMF kit. I suspect the same would come with the Ironclad kit. If you buy the top protector for the GMF, you add the cage nuts first, then you add the bracket, then you put another bracket over the brake line holder on the rear of the diff, and then the plate screws between the two. So there you go, two choices. GMF is superior for the purpose you're buying it for. Ironclad is a little bit cheaper, not as good protection for off-road, but something is better than nothing if it comes down to $20 is important to you. My recommendation would be the GMF one, even for on-road use, because if you're buying protection for sensitive equipment, then you buy the protection that will do the job, not the one that partially does the job. So just my opinion, your vehicle, you decide. They're the two options that I'm aware are on the market to solve this problem. Cheers.